My name is Anouk Kruithof. The work in this show is entitled Subconscious Traveling. It started by me finding an album actually just on a second-hand market, and it was apparently an album with empty negative sleeves of someone's travel archive. This I could see because there were some indications of countries and a lot of numbers, which I found questionable. And it really got my attention because I also come from analog photographic background and have always learned when you work with negatives in all different formats, 6.6, 6.7, 35 millimeter, you would keep this in the sleeves to protect from dust. And those pages, they were cardboard pages, all the negative sleeves are cut and really quite beautiful formal compositions made out of the sleeves. And I have no idea why you would do that. So it was for me like a catch that I was very excited about. Like why did someone do this? What are these travel photos about? So it had this mystery which got my attention, and then I started to work with it. So I thought of the idea of how we now travel and record the world, which is obviously an iPhone or telephones, which everyone carries with them, and we outsource those memories or these travel memories to our phones or maybe the internet, and also we look at these travel photos of others, I think, online. So in that way I feel we travel as well through imagery of others, and we can see the world through photos which we never made or never experienced. And so I started to photograph every page with my iPhone with a flash, and these photos, the 99 photos, came out very straightforward and simple, and that developed to this installation of the photo stickers on the wall and the pieces of glass.
So I would like to focus on some specific details that are connected to that specific piece, the subconscious traveling, the use of stickers, the use of iPhone, and the use of flash. Yeah. Can you elaborate on these?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the flash I did, when you start with that, you photograph with and without. And obviously it needed to be an iPhone because I felt I'm going to travel through this album of the absence of those imagery. And it's plastic sleeves, so I find it interesting when I flashed it that obviously you get the reflection, so it creates an absence of pixels actually, which to me also relates to memory loss or lost data, but also in a more human way, loss of memory, like the absence of that. Which struck me, and then you get an opportunity to show the work, and I start to think about the very not pretentious way of showing photographs, which is very much this matte sticker material, and it's very straightforward. It's and also the directly on the wall of a museum. I really like it because it feels like you transfer then the work and you make it part of the walls or the institution. It's less an object, or it has less barriers through the photographic object, the photo, the print, and the wall. It's more one. And then I decided to use a few pieces of glass, more relating to obvious framing, for example. But on the other hand, I also thought it's kind of highlights out of these travel albums, and then of course people can see themselves in it. It's reflecting on certain spots, which is also nice because then you create a kind of a little conversation with also the viewers or how they perceive the work.